Yeah. Hello, guys. It was a long time since the latest time we had a live chat today. I'm here with my great friend from Argentina, but living in China, Ari Garcia from Hotone Audio. I'm going to introduce him to you guys. Let me see if I can get him in the chat. Probably, yes, probably. Here we go. Ari, are you there?
Oh yeah,
How's it
Dimitri.
going, man?
That
Great to
was a
see you,
good
man.
intro, man. Great to see you
Was it
too, man.
sounding good?
Thank you for having me. Yeah, sounds great. I love that.
Okay, thanks.
I love that Ivan's universe and you're playing always amazing. I'm seeing some comments. We have Anthony
Yeah, that's why I'm asking
Mactarian.
because Antoine he wrote that mic
Antoine.
looks like has seen better days, and I was thinking about maybe it's not
Yeah,
working, maybe there, you know, it might have been
yeah,
the
he's definitely right. Yeah, I mean that it
yeah.
looks a little vintage with the tape, but it looks
Well,
cool. Still cool.
it's my style, it's in
It's
my
good, man.
style.
It's good. It has personality. That's the important part. I have a lot of
Anyway,
people with
Ariel,
personality here.
it's great to see you. The latest time I saw you it was a long
Thank
time
you.
ago at probably NAM 2019.
We are, yeah, we see each other like a couple of times a year, like every NAM in Shanghai, and then some Frankfurt also in between. But yeah, lately, since my life has changed a little bit, and the co-virus and
Not
all that
actually not just
crap.
yours.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I have some changes, and on top of that, the world has gone to hell.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other for a while now. I think the last time was at NAM, right? That was the last one. Yeah,
Nam 2019.
2019. Yeah. So it's been
When I
almost
go,
2 years, brother.
I think it was when I got the Ampero basically. That was the latest day I saw you. And then I came to China.
Yeah.
Then I came to China last year, but you were not there.
I wasn't
You
there.
had
It
a
was my
break.
brother. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true. That's
right.
true.
He was my
I'm
roommate
really.
actually.
I yeah. He was. He told me they had a good time with you.
Yeah,
You know
had
what?
a great time.
I had the chance. I had to take the chance. I don't know how many people is really tuning live in now. It doesn't matter if it's 200, 2,000. But I want to tell you that I need to tell you sorry because I should have done this first a long time ago, and also. Um, from the company side, from Hotone side, you have been, I mean, like a great friend because it's not just like an artist. You have been a great friend and you have been supporting the brand for a long time, man. And one of the things that, but it's completely my fault because when you have friends, it's like family, you know. You it's like they're close, so you're not thinking all the time on them. You know they're there. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like yeah, it's Dimitri. It's a friend. It's part of the family. But actually, we should have done much more activities. So I'm happy that we're having this, and also I'm telling you right now that we're going to do the super podcast, Hot on podcast with you, number 6. Now we're going to the number 4. So it's one more, and the next one is going to be with you, and it's going to be like
Okay.
a full Dimitrion with all the
Look forward to
all
that.
your
Look forward to
news,
that.
and you would have a 1 hour to post all your stuff there for all the Hot on audience. So I'm telling you right now, the commitment live.
Awesome. I look forward to
Okay,
that.
brother.
And
Yeah, it's going to be
yeah,
great. I
I mean
mean,
now we're here, and so it doesn't really matter. And anyways, I knew that it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. And
yeah, but it's I have to say I don't know if we can swear here. No, anyway,
yeah,
I'm an asshole.
it's
I
my
should.
channel, so you can
Oh,
do.
that's great because I cannot swear in a Hotone podcast. So here I'm going to let it go.
Like you say,
No,
mi casa es tu casa, right? So
grazie mille. No, the thing is that I'm an asshole. I should have done way much more. But the truth is that it's been when all the virus started, the company kind of freaked out because a lot of other companies, more or less the same level, they were going down like crazy. We didn't feel it at the beginning the shock of in the business, but we can see some other, when you see other planes going down on fire and you still flying and say, this at any point we're going to explode,
I get
and
it.
so most of the resources and the attention of the company went into war mode, to stay like still to see what happened. And at the end, actually, it's incredible, but we did have a good year so far, and we didn't have any bigger issues except some shipping problems, because everything stopped. But sales-wise, especially with Ampero 1, they keep selling, like crazy. I don't know if there's a hype or what, but but the thing is that the products keep selling well, and it's kind of the promotion got stopped for that. But now we're starting again. That's why we did the podcast. We did it also. We started saying, well, we're going to make one or two maybe to see how it goes. And at the end, we have like 25,000 views in the last one. So it's not bad. It's not. It's much better than what I expected. I expected to have like 25 views.
But where do you go? Where do you? How do
we do it on Facebook?
distribute on Facebook?
Yeah. We're not doing it on YouTube because we have a how to say? We have a little like I don't want to be too harsh. We have a little problem with YouTube. We not agree too much with their policies and their shit. So it's like we do use YouTube as a library where we put the official videos, but just that we don't interact with any of the YouTube products. Like the live or all the reward program or monetizing the videos and all that crap. We don't use it. Not because we think it's just we don't feel very comfortable with the platform. It's not that Facebook is much better either, but
In my opinion, for me, Facebook is even worse because now there is a new policy about the copyrights and if let's say I have
there's
some
some
song
blogging and
that I
everything.
wrote, I have my song, but YouTube is more or less the same because sometimes I make a video and then the video of my song gets kind of blocked because it says that I don't have the rights for playing my own music, and every time I have to send a message to the distribution, and it's kind of a mess.
Exactly. There's a whole industry now. I mean, like US has the they sue you for you fart and someone farted and someone is suing you because you just farted. Now it's happening in the internet. It's like whatever you post, you could be, you could be sued by someone else or blocked or bullied or whatever because there are teams of people especially in the big publishers and the big catalogs searching for that little video that you upload with your daughter playing with the music of Hendrix in the background, and they will go straight.
There are people sitting there and watching videos to block them, right?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think was Rick Beato. I don't know if you follow him on. Well, was Rick that was bitching around a lot about that, and then when I started realizing, whoa, this is serious. This is getting serious. I just honestly, because I started doing YouTube long time ago, like I'm telling you, like 2008, 2009, when I started uploading videos and playing, etc., for online videos, and I got tired so much so long time ago. I never wanted to develop a career as a YouTuber because it's to me it's I'm not going to say anything because a lot of people will get offended, but it's just not to me. Let's say
especially like Antoine, the guy who just wrote, my friend. He's a YouTuber.
No.
I'm
going to say this. If it works for you, it's awesome. It's not just my cup of tea, And I don't really like. It's like I feel that a lot of great artists and a lot of great content creators that they're working a lot, and eventually they will get always a slave of the system, because they change the algorithm. They decide if you get paid or not. They block you. They monetize the video. They don't. There are many friends. I have a lot of friends that have YouTube channels that they live from that, and their subscribers don't even get notifications when they get a new video, and many other stuff. Oh, thank you, Antoine. That means that you're very smart.
Uh, by the way, he's also Spanish speaking. He's
Oh,
from
okay, okay. Well,
Puerto Rico.
gracias.
Yeah.
And he can speak French, I guess, too, because with the
Yeah,
name.
he's I think he's French and a mix between French and Spanish. Yeah,
Well,
half French, half
that's a great combination. French and Spanish is a
yeah.
great combination. Well, thank you so much. I'm sorry. No,
But
I'm pissed with this. I'm pissed with the corporate side of YouTube, not with the creative side or
of course,
the.
of course.
Actually, I think it's freaking awesome to have something like YouTube where you can learn so much stuff for free. Is and will be always
Absolutely.
great. That part is the part that I love, and I'm on YouTube the whole day. Also, like most of us, let's say. The part that I don't endorse is
There's
these
the
fuckers.
bureaucracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But let's start talking a little bit about your story. How did you approach,
Okay.
or how you were approached by Hotone? I mean, you are from Argentina, but I know that you have lived
Yeah, I was
everywhere
born
all
in
over the
Argentina.
place.
Yeah.
Mm. How
Yes,
long did you
yes. You
live in
know my story
Argentina?
because we drink um, we drink a couple of times together, and I told you some part of the story, but I never told you the complete story. That's true. I'm French and I grew up in Spain. Thank you for the great combination. Yeah, that's a great one. Really, he has like a more than the the 50% of the best of Europe, and Italy, of course. Those are the three countries. I was born in Argentina, and pretty much when I started after being a teenager, I started dreaming to fly away, you know. And like everybody, I had my rock band. I played bars and I played gigs. I did little tours around the country, etc., etc. And then actually my career started as a hotel entertainer. When you go to a bar in a five-star hotel, there's a band playing there, you know. Uh, Usually, well, before the virus, it used to be a time when you go to a hotel, there's a live band. um, and I started, and actually it was pretty good. And I started touring with this band, duos sometimes, or bands, mostly Middle East and Asia, you know, like Dubai, Qatar, all these places, Japan. Eventually, I get to Japan. That was my original. I always had like some kind of yellow fever, you know, that I really wanted to be in Asia when I was a kid, let's say.
Yeah.
And so I eventually I got involved in the more I play and the more I develop my skills. This is a short many other things, but I got involved in some recording studios. I started working as a session player for the studios and for the live, and then is when the shit got serious. Actually, that's the time when I start knowing people from the industry and knowing artists. I start recording and playing more, and recording and playing more, and getting, you know, increasing the skills and increasing the making a career of being a musician. So the whole beginning of my career actually was as a musician, not on the side of the corporate side, let's say, like I'm now. But so well, I finished in Japan, working also as a product specialist for one of the big retailers in the Japan market, Japanese market, and then well, I met Hotone guys, and since I did some work of marketing for them, and besides a musician, I'm a marketing guy. So they were starting with some. I'm talking about like 5 years ago. They were starting with some of the company has 8, so it was pretty much at the beginning of the company.
Yeah. So did you start? Did you start
And
working with them? Did you start working with them in 2015?
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes, it
I
was.
did the same. I started at NAM just for a coincidence at NAM
Yeah,
2015. You were,
exactly.
but
I
you were
remember.
there because you were another. I mean, you were at NAM, but you were in another part of NAM, like
In
not
another
not in the
booth,
booth.
yeah, because it was
Yeah,
another brand there going on. Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
we didn't
Uh,
met that here.
I was, yeah, exactly. We met at that moment. It was It was the name. What was with that name that was so special? It was the name that the Exxon win the
I
best
think it was
in show or something like
2000,
that.
so it was 2016.
2016. Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
summer of 2016. Yeah.
15 you still
Yeah.
you were still working with I mean the company was still making the Skyline kind of thing. So it was a
Yeah. Yeah.
pre-XCOM era. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Pre-exam era. Antoine is asking, Ari, what made you choose the corporate side over the performing side of the music business? Well, that's a good question, Antoine. Actually, I didn't like the side chose me. You know, it's like the dark force. No, the truth is that the music industry has many sides and many branches. You know, and it's very unlikely that you stay in one only. You jump between them or you do many at the same time. And the
Especially
truth is, I
nowadays
never
to do
stopped being
many.
exactly, especially nowadays. You can be a content creator, you can be a performer live, you can be a session player, and you can be also like in the case of the Dimitri is an artist for the company and his own producer and also an artist, etc. So I do also develop some work as an artist, but it's always I never promoted myself because it's always like behind the cameras. I do a lot of music and I write a lot of music for other people, and I record a lot of guitars for other people too, but it's never the face, it's just the hands. So I keep doing because that's the part that connects me to the music. I mean, to the music industry, to play music. If I wouldn't be able to play music, I wouldn't work in this at all because I'm not interested. The part that keeps me working in marketing, for example, is because I can play music at the same time. Otherwise, it would be like whatever. I'm not interested. So yeah, it's
Do you teach as
interesting.
well? Do you teach guitar as well?
Yeah. I do. It changed a lot. I like to play with bands, but the problem is that the playing with bands is disappearing slowly. In the sense that it's costly. I'm also based in China, which is the possibilities, and where I particularly live is like in the middle of nowhere. So uh, it's hard to get the people to make a band. So uh, it's it's been the last few years. It's been more like backing tracks and me and maybe a singer, something like that. And
Yeah.
and yeah, I do like to play with backing tracks and everything. I mean, I like to play anyway. It doesn't matter. But it's been losing that thing of playing with a real band. Like with the drummer and the bass player, and I really miss that. I really miss that. Occasionally I do some gigs with some bands, but very occasionally. And now
But,
bye
yeah,
bye.
one of the questions that I wrote down was now, of course, we're jumping from one subject to another one, but I would open a parenthesis. I would like to know what is because I have been touring China for a little while, and I have been there now like 3 times. I was supposed to come also this year, but there is all the virus
Yeah.
thing, so it's not possible for me. But
Hmm.
I'm still wondering what's the main difference in the music business if you think about playing live, making records in China comparing to the Western countries? Is there any difference? Is there like a bit more, I don't know, advanced or a little bit more old school in China, like we used to do back in the day?
Okay,
How
okay,
does it
okay.
work?
I got you. The thing is that yeah, that's a very good question actually. In China, yeah, it's not the same as the West in the live scene. First, it depends a lot on the city because every city is like a different country. If you go to Shanghai, it's one thing. If you go to Beijing, it's another. Shenzhen is another. And if you go to a very small city in the middle of central China, it's going to be completely different. Like Changsha, for example, where Hotone audio is.
Mm.
But it's not a small city, but for China size, it's a small city. It's like
Well, I have
secondary.
been to Changsha many times, and
It,
I
it's
also
like
think it was small.
city number. Yeah, it's
It's
city number
anyway,
20.
ten
Let's
times.
say.
It's 10 times bigger than Oslo, anyways.
Yeah. It's big
Yeah,
in world terms, but it's small in China terms.
yeah,
And if you
yeah.
go there, you must had gone to the 46 live house, whatever
Yeah, I
they call
played
it.
at the Mao
You
Live
play
House.
there, right? Yeah,
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 I
you
played
play
there.
there.
I played the
Well,
festival. I played the festival 2 years
exactly. Well,
ago.
exactly. You will see that, for example, there are many genres that musical styles that still in China are very popular, like
Mm.
metal, for example, like
Yeah,
classic metal. Like um, I don't know if like a trash. It's impossible to find in the world today a place that is really popular trash or is really popular some kind of
it's just Germany and China probably.
yeah. It's like everything that passes is not a fashion anymore. Still has some hold in China, and actually you will find from very classic stuff like there's many Chinese bands that play blues, for example, up to the newest crazy stuff with the green hair, and the carrots stuck up their asses and jumping and completely new and cosmic stuff that you don't understand because it's completely new, and you have everything, which is very hard to
Let's
find.
say let's say because I believe, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, that when the Chinese artists they play some kind of Western kind of music, which might be, for example, blues or whatever, it has
Yeah,
anyways a different flavor comparing to the way we play here
it is.
in the
Yeah.
Western world. Right? It sounds a little bit more like they have their own um, sound in a way. Like it sounds kind of Chinese in a way. The way that they play the pentatonic maybe or something. This is the way that I kind of got it when I was there. Doesn't make
It's valid.
sense.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
The, the thing is that music is an expression of a culture, right? Somehow.
Mm.
So it's like I think every music played by different cultural groups, it will have some different condiments that uh, well, yeah, it sounds really interesting.
I
I,
don't know.
I didn't realize I said that until I say it, but it's okay. It's okay. It sounds very new. Trust me. Um, Coming back to the what you say, that's completely true. Actually, this the same. I have the chance to hear, like, I don't know, like a Steve Rai Vaughan tribute, of
Mhm.
by a Chinese band with Chinese players, and yeah, they play, all the Mary Had a Little Lamb, all the Little Wing, all the classics by SRV, and it has some different flavor, of course, and it's not bad, it's not better, it's not different, it's not worse, it's just different, it's different, how to say, it's different approach, and I like it. I think all music and all performances are great, as long as they're made with genuine spirit. I think it's great. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
And so let's go back to the main topic, which was how did
yeah.
you start working with Hotone? In the beginning, you
Mm.
were.
Mm.
I remember you were taking care of the artists. One of your
Yeah,
role in the company was how do you call it? Artist relations or something like that. That's why we got
yeah.
in
It's a
touch.
yeah. It was part of the marketing to kind of organize the mess that was the artist section, let's say, because most companies use the artist section is like it's like you're hiring faces, I mean, you pay someone that is relatively famous as a company, right, to use your pills, and so that will supposedly will give you a little more access to other people, the markets, etc. In the other case, in Hotone case, was always more to support the people that were already used to the gear more than to try to buy people, to use our gear. It's like we're gonna go and not like let's say someone B level, like well, I don't want to say any names, but let's say someone not top, not Slash, the next level down, and to say, hey, well, how much is for you to go out and show a pedal and say that you play with this? We are not doing
Yeah.
that stuff. And so what we usually do is to artists that they have an intense artistic activity, like yourself, for example, that uses our products, we try to support them not only with bills but also promoting what they do, their music
Yeah,
and
like building a relationship and growing up together.
it's been
It's
look, you're the perfect example. I mean, you've been playing with the company like I don't know for 4 or 5 years, man, non-stop.
now
I
it's
mean,
almost 6 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're
And
the oldest artist
and
there.
the oldest, that's for sure.
Yeah, no. I mean, not in age, but I'm talking in time,
But
the cooperation,
the thing is
the
that
longest cooperation.
when I started with the band, we didn't really have like we never said like you're endorsed by us. We are and Hotone Audio is my endorsement. I mean, I remember that I got in touch with at that time with Jessica, and I got a couple of pedals,
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
happened that I played some demos at Music Mess, and then the ball started rolling, and then suddenly we were like, okay, you're probably
It's
one of the
exactly
artists. You know?
it's exactly the way it has been with 90% of our artists like that. Then there are some artists that are introduced by our dealers or distributors. For example, the distributor in US or in Spain has an artist that they want to uh, identify with the brand, so they send the artist to us for including the page. But that's just the 10%. The other 90% is people that we feel it's genuine and they are Hotone players. I mean, they choose the gear, and not only Hotone. They for example, not so long ago we had a Japanese player called Masato, a guy who plays 8-string guitars like you, but other style. It's more like pure tapping and etc. He's amazing. He's really good, and he doesn't play with distortion. He's just clean. And he's very young, and he's a very young artist, and he's not only a musician, he's also a model, and he does other stuff. And that guy, he just went to the shop and buy an Ampero and use it because he likes it. And that's the kind of artist that we have in our roster. It's not someone that is being paid to say this is good. It's someone that they pay themselves for the products. Of course, after that, there is a thing going on that we send them other stuff. But it's someone that chooses the brand, not someone that we choose to pay to show the brand. I don't know if
And
it's clear,
I guess you get a lot of emails by bands and artists that they ask for
all the time.
endorsement.
Yeah,
How
that's
many-
insane.
let's
That's insane.
let's say in 1 week, how many requests do you get? Hundreds of requests.
Thousands. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that break my balls the most, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
Because
you answer to everybody. Or
no,
you try
no,
to
no.
answer to-
We have other people answering,
Ah,
but the
yeah, I mean,
truth is that
not you. I mean, Hotone, the Hotone.
oh yeah. We answer every single email. There's a person sitting down answering something, including me too. But you know what's the problem? The problem is that today, everyone with a camera, not with a camera, with a cell phone and a guitar thinks that it's a reviewer or thinks that it's an influencer, and that's a big problem because you are not. If you have, this is the average. Hi, Hotone. I have a proposal for you, super cool. Look, I have a YouTube channel, and if you send me 2 amperes for free, I will make a video that nobody did so far, and you will see, you will be amazed. This is my link. And you go to the link, and the guy has 25 followers, and his video has 2 views each. And it's made with an iPhone, and not even a microphone. And that guy thinks that he's a reviewer, an influencer, and that's the problem because it's a fucking waste of time. To me, just to click and spend 10 seconds of my life watching that video or watching that channel. That guy has no clue what an influencer is or what an artist is or anything else. So that's the problem. And 95% of the emails are like that. And then, of course, you have 5% of the people that, yes, it's legit. So you need to go to 90% of the crap just to get to 5%. Of the emails that are useful, and that's the part that bothers me the most. Especially today, it's like everybody wants to be rich with a YouTube channel, I don't know what happened to it, and come on, and the skill. Because I'm a guitarist too, it's not like I'm a fat guy behind a desk. I'm a guitarist first, So I can evaluate how you play guitar, whether you like it or not, because I've been playing for 25 fucking years. You understand? So I think I earned my
Yeah.
right to do that.
But
You
there are.
know.
It's not everybody thinking like this because nowadays looks like that the playing, composing skills are kind of overseen in a way. Nobody cares. I mean, not so many people care
I
about
do
that because
care.
they're
I
just
do care, and the
about
company
the
cares too.
numbers.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no. The
important.
company cares too. I do care about because I tell you something. I challenge anyone to go and check our artists. You will know most of them. They are not massive. They are not big influencers. They don't have maybe more than 4 or 5 thousand followers. Best case scenario, you know.
Hmm.
But one thing is to have 400 or 500 followers and being a great artist and having great content. Another thing is to have 5 followers and make a video with an iPhone, you know, in the living of your house while your cat is walking in the back, you know. So uh, what we want is someone that that can create great content. Then to have
Yeah,
some following, you know, basic following to say, well, yeah, I mean, it's worth to, you know.
but
But
what about
sometimes, yeah.
because there is still there are still musicians, really serious musicians, anyways, that are kind of more old school. So they just okay.
Yeah,
Now there is the virus and everything, but they still
yeah,
keep playing with bands. They play a lot of
yeah,
shows
yeah,
every year.
yeah.
They go on tour and stuff like that.
We do
But
have
they
some
don't
of
have like
those.
yeah, but
Yeah,
they don't kind of develop that kind of internet
yes,
personality. It's
that's true.
still are you still working with those? I mean, because I see that
We try.
the market is completely switching to the influencing kind of thing, but it is
Yes,
still
yes.
working for those who.
That's true. That's a very good question too, because I feel kind of bad in the sense that many of those guys are really great players and really great musicians, but they don't really have a knowledge today, especially today with the virus, um, to you know to convey all their artistry, and that's the main problem. So we do support them as much as we can, especially when we used to have the like live shows, etc., etc. And sometimes we support them, and we know that because we make products that go on the floor, you know, that is something that cannot be seen in a show. It's not like a guitar or an amp that if you're an audience you will see, oh, this guy is playing that guitar or this guy is playing the amp. You know, you have it on the floor there. Yeah, I have them doing it. But unless the artist does that to stop the show and show, hey, I'm using Ampero, nobody knows
Yeah,
what kind of
with
pedal
all
you're
with
using.
all the cables connected and stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly. So even though we do support many of those, but anyway, most of them are start switching somehow to some kind of online form, you know, of maybe not like a typical influencer for MI, like they make a YouTube video with reviews and everything, but at least maybe they just play some covers, you know, on YouTube, and that's okay. That's enough. We just want genuine people, you know, that is they're in the music for the music and not in the music for the face, let's say. Antoine, I think the problem is that those guys want everything super fast without taking the time to actually develop. That being said, it's true that they haven't that having attention is hard. Well, that's completely true. I mean, remember back in the day, you need to start playing with a little band first in your place, and then doing gigs, and then it takes 10 years, you know, or maybe 15 years to get a career somehow. And now everybody wants to be famous overnight, and that's a big problem because you may be famous, but you're going to be completely empty, you know, in the sense of well, we have the Widowmaker Studios.
From
Widowmaker.
Texas. And by the way,
From South
did you,
Texas.
Ari,
Yes.
Ari,
Yeah.
did you live in Texas as well, or I just got it completely wrong?
I've been in Texas. Yeah, yeah, I've been in Texas a couple
Because
times,
I
but I
heard
don't
the
want to say too
story.
much because Eric is going to feel bad. Yeah.
Yeah, because I it's not Eric anyway. I think it's I don't know with that. I
Okay,
think
okay,
my
no, go,
yeah.
go,
But
go.
anyways, I was yeah because Eric he told me that you were living in Texas, and I was like, no,
Um,
Ari he lived in Japan. He didn't live in Texas. He was like, yeah, he's living in Texas.
no, I was not living, yeah, but I've been in Texas. Yeah, I've been in Texas. The no, my living places have been let's say more than 2 years have been Japan, Dubai, Spain, and China. Yeah, those are the.
And yeah, and by the way, hello, Widowmaker Studios. Thank you very much for tuning in. And
Yeah.
we're waiting now from Texas if Eric is gonna make it, but I think it's kind of
It's kind of early there, right?
yeah, it's like probably Friday night. They still didn't go.
Very good. So yeah, brother,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah, going back to the Hotone thing. Um, along the years, I can recognize 3 different phases in the Hotone story so far. There was the Skyline phase, which was the beginning when Hotone just started out, and then there was the second phase, which I recognize like the X-Stomp period, and then the more recent era, which is more like the Ampero 1, and the development
yes,
of this.
yes. Yeah, you could say that those are the 3 like stages of a rocket. Yeah. Actually, in the middle there was a lot of other stuff that maybe
Also,
it
this
wasn't that.
is still the Skyline era, or
That's the Skyline. Yeah, that with the Soul Press was the beginning. Let's say Soul Press, the small one, plus the Skylines,
I have it
plus.
there.
Yeah, exactly. You play them with those a lot. Let me see because I have some. I hope I. Oh damn! I'm breaking everything.
I mean, those stuff are actually amps, and
Yeah, yeah.
this is a kind of 5150 amp. This is my favorite. This is fucking killer.
This
And the, and the volume
I
is
named
insane.
that. That's the Captain Sunset, or
This is the Vulcan 50.
oh yeah. That's the 5150.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Skylines, there was this type of pedal plus the amps that you have plus the how do you call it, the Soul Press, the small one. Those were the initial stage. It's like 4:45 over here wrapping up. Whoa. Another ligator player. That's nice. So yeah, it's been and now there were other.
Do you hear
Can
this
hear me?
noise? Do you hear this noise?
No,
Let me.
fix it. No problem.
I need to go offline for 1 minute. I will be back.
Okay,
You can
let's do it.
keep speaking. You can keep speaking.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So let's see. I will play something. Oh, too many cables. By the way, that's what I'm using now is just straight into the audio interface. I don't know if you can hear me. Are you going through the Ampero? Yeah, Anton. Yeah, exactly. Through the Ampero, I'm using. Let me check because I'm not very. What kind of amp I'm using? I think it's yeah. It's of course an 800. Yeah. It's a Marshall 800 with nothing special. This is straight into the. And actually,
Yes.
we didn't prepare much.
I'm back.
You good?
I'm back.
You're back?
Yeah. I don't know how I made it, but I'm back. Awesome. I didn't hear anything what you played, but probably it was awesome. I'm pretty sure.
No, it wasn't
played
awesome. I was just I
And
was feeling in the gap.
by the way, Widowmaker was my friend Joshua. He used to
Yes.
be, I mean, he is still a legator artist. I used to be a legator artist, like some years ago until 2 years ago. And I had great time with the legator guys at the booth every now. So good to see you, Joshua. Thank you for tuning in.
I remember you used to play. Those are the A-string guitars also, right? The big ones.
They do every kind of guitar. They do like bass. They
And
do
basses
six,
too, yeah, yeah.
yeah, 6 and 7, 8 and 9 strings. Actually, I never played the 9 string guitar, and I'm not sure that it's gonna be something that I'm gonna do later on.
Nine string.
Actually, actually,
No,
those
that's too
days
much
I'm
for me.
still playing this. I'm playing the 7 string guitar those days. I went back
I
to
love
the.
that one, man.
Oh yeah.
I play my look. I'm an Ibanez guy. This nobody knows about. I mean, there's many things that nobody knows. Because probably nobody cares. But that's the truth is that I play more than I mean all the main part of my career I did with an Ibanez with Paul Gilbert PGM 500, which was a very expensive guitar at that time. It's just a glorified RG, you know, and but it has a very good sound, and it was a Japanese one made in Fujigen, that is one of the best factories there in Japan. And so I play Ibanez a lot of time, but I never got into the train of the 7, 8, or 9 or whatever string guitar. More than 6 to me, it's like my brain is just not equipped to deal with more than 6.
I bought my first 7 string, which is actually this one, when I was 20 years old. So 20 years ago. And I remember in Italy, everybody were like wondering why I was playing a 7 string because, especially in the guitar player environment, was not really a popular thing. People didn't really understand why I was.
No, well, 20 years ago, I remember.
Yeah.
I can still remember pretty clear how it was.
Yeah,
And
but especially good guitar players, they didn't really understand it because I mean, in my environment, which was more like the metal and the new metal kind of thing, it was more and more popular because it was coming overseas from the US, like with Korn, Fear Factory, and all those new metal bands in a way. So but now everybody have like 7, 8 string guitar almost. Like 80% of people they have played the 7 string guitar, I guess, and they tried the 8 string guitar or something. So it's more kind of open-minded about that. But I remember when I was in music college, I was the only guy in the whole school with the 7 string guitar.
It's not even today. Even today, I mean, 8 string guitars properly played like you play. Like for example, this guy that I'm telling you, Masato is playing. I haven't seen many players even today. Because there are a lot of players with 8 string guitars and 7 string guitar, but they don't freaking play it. It's just they have it hanging, but they play like a 6 string guitar and sometimes a little chun 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 in the upper strings, and that's it. By the way,
it's a completely
we have some.
instrument.
Yeah, it's a completely different. I don't see it as a guitar exactly. I see it as something else that you need to tackle in a completely different. On its own right, it's a completely different instrument. It has to be respected and played as what it is. It's like thinking that a bass is a low guitar with 4 strings. It's stupid. It's not. It's another instrument.
Yeah. And it actually takes a long time to master. I mean, if you're used to a 6 string guitar and then you need to move to a 7 or 8. I mean, for me to move from the 7 to the 8 string guitar and being able to play the stuff that I usually play took anyways like 1.5 year of practicing, because you can't think like a regular guitar. I mean, it's being a different instrument. You need to know the scales with a different frame of mind.
I completely agree because Joshua is saying that the 7 string is kind of the new norm, and I completely agree with that. I mean, especially but because it's the new music is pushing new setups, and new instruments. That's the thing, and the music that is being played today, you can't really cut it with just like a regular Strat, let's say. Yeah, you can do some, but I mean, we're talking about a new style of music. Of course, you can play blues in 2020 still with a Strat with 2 strings, but I'm not talking about.
I play blues with an A-string guitar sometimes.
Well, that's
And
another thing, yeah.
I
But
feel a bit ashamed about that,
no,
but
it's okay. It's
sometimes
okay.
I do. Yeah.
I think, like I told you, there's no rules. I play strings and I see piano in the sense well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's it's another thing when I precisely because I respect that that's why I don't grab an 8 string guitar or even a 7 string guitar. Um, and you know, my brother is a bass player, right? And I always criticize him because he was always a bass player, like 5, 6 strings bass, you know, or even if he could more, like 8 or whatever.
But
And I,
he's not a conventional bass player. He does a lot of stuff that bass players don't do.
he's kind of yeah, he's kind of not the yeah, exactly. He's not like Paul McCartney. He's more
Yeah.
like an experimental guy. But I always criticize him because I told him, to me the concept is like, man, you should play 4 string bass. You know, that's a bass for a man. I'm I'm so old school, man, in that sense. Yeah, I do enjoy when I see someone like you, for example, playing an A string
Thanks.
so skillfully and so naturally that I mean I don't see you are doing an effort to play an A string, you know, or maybe Masato when I see, or even my brother when I see him play a 6 string bass, and when I see someone skillful playing an instrument of those, I really enjoy it. And since I know I'm not going to be even close to that, it's I say like fuck it, I just grab my beer and enjoy that, you know. When it's time to play the 6 string one, is the time that I get to the stage. But no, I don't think I'm in this life I'm going to grab ever a 7 or 8 strings because I just don't have the brain or the time.
Never say never, by the way.
Never say never. Let's say
But
not for now.
are you playing the Ampero now? Do you have the guitar
Yeah,
with the Ampero?
actually, yeah. I wish I can show you
Which Ampero
my.
is that? Is it Ampero one or the Ampero? What's the name of the first Ampero? The first Ampero is just Ampero, or
Just Ampero.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's like a Mini Cooper. You have the Mini and Mini One. This is the same. It's a Mini and Mini One. But this is Ampero One.
And which one do you have now there?
I'm using the old one. Actually, the one that I'm using is
Like
it's
mine.
a it's,
Okay.
it's a beat up. One of the
But
first.
is it the pink one?
No.
Because
I
then
would like
need
to have
one,
a pink
I
one.
need one of those pink stuff.
I promise you will have a pink one
Awesome.
for you.
Thanks, Ari.
I'm doing it here live.
Yeah. So I'm gonna record that. This is
So
recorded.
so you can tell all your audience, and no, the pink one, it's actually it's exactly the same, let's say, as a black one, but it does have some differences in it has a few more effects now. The firmware was updated, it has a few more effects, and it has also the Tetris. The Ampris. It's a game that you can play in the on the screen when you're bored, or you're waiting for in your gig. You're waiting for the gig to start. You can play Tetris. But it says any plan for green Ampero? I like green. It says I have great crunch sound. I'm in love with Ampero Rectus sound. Amazing if you respond. Well, thank you. Actually, yes. People ask. Usually ask me since they know I work for Hotone, etc. If I do when I play live, if I am really using Hotone products, or it's just you know. No, I do use Ampero because I think it's great. It's not, I'm not forced to use any Hotone product. Actually, I could use anything that I can afford, let's say. But recently, no, let's say the end of last year, before the world going into Armageddon mode, I have a super huge gig and with some singers, and I just went with Ampero straight. The PA was massive. I never see. It was like almost like it was a football stadium basically. Size PA, which I never play in a place that big with that amount of people, like 20,000 people or something like that. Of course, they weren't there for me. I would just happen to be playing there, which is completely different. But you know, the feeling of putting the pick on the string of the guitar and feel that your chest is moving for the
Yeah.
pressure of the sound, it was like, holy shit, you know.
Yeah, but
And it was only with Impero, straight from the XLR
yeah,
out,
it's
stereo,
great.
straight into the mixer. Was a huge mixer, you
And
know,
it's
like
so
a
and it's
boss.
so small because honestly, since I got the Ampero, and I don't, you know that I don't need to say that just to say
No,
that.
no, no,
I
no,
say
no,
it because
no. You're not forced to.
of course I have the T-shirt and whatever. But the point is that okay, you see in the back here there is a camper which I usually use in the studio,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I see
But
on the.
I never took the since I have the Ampero, I never took the camper with me live because the quality of the sound I believe it's the same. The Ampero is so small; it fits in
That's
the
that's
kit
that's
bag,
one of the things that
and
buys me, you know.
it's really light and it sounds great. I have the pedal, the expression pedal, the wah, and everything I need, and I can even like if I want to play something with a looper and adding some
Yeah,
drums,
yeah,
I can
yeah,
even
yeah,
do that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's complete, 100% complete, really.
And
And you
it's
have
one
so
of the
many
things that
optional output as well.
when I was playing with that in this show, the sound guy, the main, there was like 20 sound guys, but let's say one, the owner of the company, he was, where was the amp? You know, was checking that, are you playing with that little box? Is that sound? Yes, but only with that, it was so huge. And I don't know if I have the preset here, but probably, of course, it's not going to sound the same. Let me see. Why is not? Okay, it wasn't this exactly this lead, but it was so epic, the sound, you know. And it's not even the playing, it's just one note, you know. It was like, and I was like a kid again. Wow, so huge, you know. And it was just with Ampero. And
Which patch are you using now? Is there any particular patch you're using?
the crunch that, because Antoine is asking, do you prefer
Yeah,
Imperial to my
yeah.
the crunch
This
that
is
I'm
the
using
win.
is, yeah,
You know what I
considering
mean?
price different, yeah, into Imperial is big. Well, thank you guys, thank you, um, thank you. And what they say about the pink guitar is true, but because you used to have a pink legato, right?
I have a
Yes,
pink.
yes, I
That's
remember
why
that.
that's why I want a pink Ampere
Ah,
to
so you
have.
can have the match. Yeah, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. I will place the order for you. You have the pink Emperor. The crunch that I have here is just an 800. You know, the Marshall 800, and it's
right.
just that. I don't have absolutely anything else. That's one of the things I like the most. That it's just a simulation of the amp, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't have
But
anything. You
I do
know.
have a question. I do have a question about.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, from an engineering point of view, if you can explain,
Yeah.
if you can explain a little bit, how do you create those emulations? Do you use any
That's a
technology
great
which
question.
is it a
That's
technology
a
which is close to the camper or something like that, like profiling,
no.
or how do you do?
That's a great question, because that's precisely one of the main differences between Hotone and other companies. Is that this in the business, let's say in the simulation business of the tech, there are two main schools. One is called black box simulation, and the other is called white box simulation. Black box simulation is what Kemper and XFX uses, and some of the other smaller companies like More and etc. Uses. And we use white box simulation like some other companies that I don't remember exactly now which other one uses. But the main difference is in the technology is like this. You can simulate something to make it very easy so everybody can understand. You can take a picture of something in every state of that something. For example, if a plant is growing, so you take a picture now, a picture tomorrow, and then you will have the whole image from those pictures of how the plant grow through time, right? in that's a black. It doesn't know exactly how it grows, but it can show you the growth. Let's say
Yeah.
in a white simulation, a white box simulation tech is you don't take a picture of the plant. You create a plant, artificial plant from the DNA. You clone it completely, and you have a live thing that can grow exactly the same or not. And that's a big difference because it's more organic. Uh, Instead of emulating the general sound of the amplifier, we emulate every component of the amplifier. For example, every single transistor, resistor, and component of the PCB, and the size of the room of the box, the materials of the box, etc., etc. All of those are turned into math, into algorithms that can express because they are live things. An amp, it's a live thing, you know. You know, because you have tube amps. When you connect the tube amp from scratch, is one sound, and then 2 hours after, it sounds completely different. If the tubes are a little worn out, it's so completely different. Even if if you play in a different outlet, sometimes it sounds different. You know, the humidity of the ambience, the temperature, everything changes. Well, in the white box simulation, also the variables, like the impedance of the instrument, the different instrument, it's not like you connect this pole and a strat is going to sound the same, you know. So that's the main difference in the tech. It's much more organic because every single screw of the original thing is emulated there. When we have an effect, for example, a pedal that is simulated in San Pero, they grab the pedal, the original pedal, and take it apart completely until the minimum part that they can disassemble, and they start emulating every single of the components. How is the response of that component? And then they fit that into the computer.
Awesome.
That's the truth.
Right. But you have your own, your own team of engineers doing that, right? You don't have any other engineer, which is you just hired for.
No. It's that's why our R&D, let's say the R&D of Hotone is the biggest size component of the company in terms of amount of people. More than half of the people that work at Hotone are engineers.
Yeah,
because
that's why because I have been with you guys for so long that I almost know. I mean, I don't know everybody, of course, but I got to know a lot of people.
No, but you know most. Yeah.
And most of them, like at Music China and stuff, they were engineers. That's why also they were all speaking English and stuff, you know, because they have.
English, actually, that's the core of the company. The core of the company is a company is a very tech company. It's not so much about it's not so much about the smoke, but more about the sound, you know. Yeah. More about the tone. I said, let me see, because we have some questions. We have done some the pink and the green again. Remote, Very interesting. And probably the reacts that feels more like an. Yes, Antoine, that's true. That's why this is personal. No, I don't think everybody will agree, but I believe that the Ampero sounds reacts more like an amp compared to. There are another products that also react well to. I'm not a guy that I don't have many guitars. I have some that I like a lot, but I like that every guitar, when I plug it, it has its own feel and its own personality. Yes. I want my gear to respect that personality. I don't want to plug in PRS and a plug in Les Paul sound the same, because they don't sound the same at all.
It would be spotless to have both, right?
This no. It doesn't make any sense to have 10 guitars when you have a processor that you plug in and all the guitars sound the same. What's the point, right? So I want a processor that can breathe every guitar its own personality through the speaker. So that's what Ampero does. And the other, now I'm reading, it's better because it doesn't just emulate the curve, it emulates every piece.
Just reading
exactly.
The because they don't see the comments, I guess. So.
Yeah. I'm reading the comments for them. Yeah. It's exactly like that, Joshua. Yeah. I know you have Hotone Loadster, but does Hotone plan to release a cap? Well, that's another question. The FRFR, if Hotone is going to do it. The truth, I'm going to say something official here, but I shouldn't. But
Awesome.
the truth is that we do want to release, I mean, not we, the company wants to release a FRFR cap because most of the people who got an Imperial, they went straight and buy a Rush head, which we could have some of that money to coming into our accounts. But the truth is that we do have the tech to do it and probably to do a very good one. The problem are the licenses to sell and to distribute high voltage products like big speakers. We don't have that as a company, and we need to get it. And
So
because
it's not something that you cannot do because you are in China and you need to sell outside. It's something that everybody have to deal with all over the world.
it's a problem. It's a problem for Chinese company to sell high voltage products to
Okay.
European
Yeah.
Union or
Got it.
US.
Got
They need to have a very special, specific.
So it's more.
Um,
Is it more like a political thing? Or,
Yeah, it's a more a paperwork thing than something else. So we eventually will get it, and you will probably see Hotone amplifiers like big size because we do have the small ones up to 18 volts. We can do anything. That's why most of our products, the highest is 18 volts. You know, like Ampero or like the Nano Legacy series. But if you want something that goes connect straight into 220, like could be like an amplifier, like a proper amplifier, then you need another type of
yeah.
license, let's say. Yeah.
But
If you
since
look-
you already mentioned a new product, do you have the chance to say something about what you're working, if it's allowed?
Yeah, of course. There are many. There are many. Soon will be announced. That there are many Ampero comings. Many new Ampero comings. They are going to kind of fill in the gap between the ones that we have now, because now there are, like you say, more units that they have all in one for the guitarists like you and me that we want to travel and have everything in one shot. But there are many people that they, for example, they don't like the small expression pedal, so they don't use expression pedal. They would like to have an Ampero just without the expression pedal and add their own big size, like regular size expression pedal. So a product like that will probably come. They have some Ampero core, but without the expression pedal. Then there's they're probably coming another products that they're going to be another level in effect processing. For example, that you can have a double, to have a stereo chain completely independent, one of the other, not like
Nice.
now.
Nice.
That's the one that I'm waiting for, actually, because that will let you have, let's say, a whole set of 9 effects, let's say, plus at the end an amp, and down the left channel and the right channel, another thing completely independent from the other channel. So you're going to have it like a true stereo setup, and that requires double power of processing, you know. But that will be coming too, and that's probably going to be like a big hit because it's going to increase a lot the sound quality of the product. Yeah.
Nice. And I know that you have like and I usually use in the studio the stomp, which is basically the X stomp, but it's a VST instrument.
Yeah, I use it all the time. I use it all the time. The V
And
stomp is.
I noticed a huge improvement in that software since the beginning up to now. Now it sounds
Yes.
really sounds great, you know. And
I will say something.
are you still developing that?
Completely. Actually,
And sorry about that. Do you have a demo
Yeah.
version on the website? Because I think everybody
Yes.
should try that. You have
You are-
a lot of possibilities, a lot of different amps.
You are completely right.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Look, you promote the brand better than myself, actually, because that's exactly what I wanted to say. That first of all, V-Stomp, I use it more than Ampero, actually, because just being in the computer when you record, there's nothing better to have the plugin because it's basically like you can reamp any as much as you want, right? I mean, you get the dry signal and then you change the amps and whatever without any cable connection or anything. It's just everything on the computer. First, second, the sound quality to me for demoing is as good as Ampero. Which is it's incredible. It's incredible. Of course, it's more limited because you don't have that many amps or that many effects or etc.
But you have a lot anyways.
You have a lot. You have enough. You have enough.
You have the main amps. I mean, let's say for metal, you have everything you need. You have the 5150. You have the angle.
You have all the. Yeah, you have all the classic stuff there. And to me, it's like wow. It sounds really, and like you said, it has been improving because there are many plugins in the market. You know, you have the guitar rig, I mean, and many of them are awesome. I've been using them since the very beginning, maybe the version 1 of how is it, TH1, you know, and I've been using all of those. But this time, I think V-Stomp is really nailed it.
The really important thing is that it's not overwhelming at all, the CPU or the...
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, it's simple.
Yeah.
It's simple. One of the things I stopped using, for example, Guitar Rig, is because it was a pain in the ass. You spend a lot of time tweaking, and where is this? Yeah. They give you too many options. I don't need that much. Just give me an amp that sounds good, man. I want to play guitar. I don't want to be a freaking engineer, you know. And that's the problem with most stuff today. It has way too many knobs, you know, way too many switches, way too many everything. Come on. Give me something that I can nail my sound in 5 minutes and I would be happy. I don't need much. And that's what V-Stomp actually gives you. That's why if I tell you something, I would tell any guitarist that is listening to this, go download the demo of V-Stomp or get one, put the Marshall 800, just that with a little reverb, and that's it. And then you tell me what do you think about that. And that's the thing. It's insane how good it sounds.
We have a question from Antoine where I can get the Stomp plugin. You can just go on hotoneaudio.com. I guess you can download it from there. Right?
Yeah, it's a vstomp.hotoneaudio.com. That is the straight page to vstomp. But Antoine, since you are this is because you are Dimitri's guest here. I will ask you please to get in touch with Dimitri because we are going to send you a free copy of V-Stomp for you to enjoy. So Dimitri is going to it's a gift from Dimitri. He's going to give to you, Antoine. So you don't need to buy it. Don't worry. We will send through Dimitri. Since you were joining us here and making us company, so we don't feel so lonely.
Yeah, and Antoine, he's a fan as well of Hotone. I mean, I'm endorsed by Hotone, but I am still a fan of Hotone. You know what I mean?
That's amazing. That's why Antoine.
I'm lucky because I know the guys in the company, you know, and we have been hanging out.
Well, that's why we like you so much, Dimitri, because we're friends and you are a fan of and you support our work. And it's not a commercial relationship, you know. No, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. I'm happy and de nada. Muchas gracias.
Hermano.
De nada. So yeah, we are going to send one redeem code there, and maybe then you can help him to get his V-Stomp working. Sure. So yeah. It's a good thing. And another thing is that, I don't know if you noticed lately, but Hotone got nominated by the Tech Awards, the 36th anniversary Tech Awards by NAMM for the JOG, the audio interface. And that's insane.
I'm used that you guys win a lot of those awards from NAMM.
No, but it's the first time, this is crazy, it's the first time a Chinese company got nominated. No. We don't have any award yet. It's like a nomination. It's like you're one of the ones that are going to be voted in to. Of course, we're probably not going to win that award, but it's okay. Just being nominated. It's like the Grammys, you know. It's freaking insane, and it's the first time a Chinese company got into that. No, it's a big deal. It's not only a big deal for us. It's a big deal for the industry because that also says that it's fair. anyone can really get an award as long as they do the right thing. It's not
Yeah,
that we are
you have been
discriminated
you have
because
been
we
working
are,
really hard, anyways.
yeah, exactly, because we are
So
we are not
it's not
Americans.
something that comes. It's not something that comes for granted, anyways. It's
Exactly,
a
exactly,
reward
exactly.
for all those years of dedication. So.
So I'm really happy to see that the industry is not rigged. That you need to pay to get something. Actually, we didn't pay anything. It was just we came completely out of the blue, and it was a great surprise. And so that's a big thumbs up for NAM and for Tech because they are clean. And then, well, it's a big surprise for us because being such a small company, having such an honor, and well, but the jog, the audio interface in pedal format, it comes. Many people doesn't know, but it comes with a free V-stump. So that's actually what I wanted to say. So you can buy the jog that is an audio interface, very very cool to for example, doing this what we're doing, we can have the guitar sounding straight into the live streaming.
And by the way, the Ampero is still working as audio interface as well.
Oh, of course, of course. If you have an Ampere, you don't
That
need anything else.
we just forgot because it's obvious since
In this
the Ampero
case,
is great. Yeah.
exactly. In this case, I have the jog here connected because I don't have only Ampere. I have some other stuff connected too. But it's
So
true that
you're going from the Ampero to the jog, or
yes,
how did
yes.
you do that?
In this case, which it may sound like stupid because actually Ampere it is another interface, but since I have the microphone that we're talking, it's like everything is going to a mixer, and then from the mixer is going to the jog. But the jog is giving a very 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 good signal. I mean, and it's a very let me show you. I hope I don't break anything. If I have it here.
So the last thing in the chain is the jog, basically. Everything is connected.
Yeah, exactly.
And that goes to the computer via USB, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I have another one here because this one actually. Well, I want to invite everybody to follow the Hotone podcast. This is the. There you go.
Yep.
I don't know if you can
Nice.
see it.
Small,
Well,
style.
yeah, this is.
Right?
Yeah, it's like a pedal format. You have the XLR out, and you have a stereo out, of course, also. So I'm using this as an audio interface where you're listening now, the guitar and the microphone and everything that I have connected. It's all connected to the jog. And what I want to say is that this guy has the V-stump coming with when you buy it, you have a free V-stump with this. And so I wanted to invite everybody now to just follow. Wow, nice, awesome. To invite everybody, we have a little podcast going on in a Hotone Facebook page that we're giving away. For example, on the next one in number 5, we're going to give away an Ampere 1, which is a big prize, let's say.
And I will be a guest soon.
And you're going to be guest in the episode episode number 6. So Dimitri is going to be there. We can give away something big there also. We will give away for your appearance. We're going to give away an Ampero, a pink Ampero.
Whoa! That's crazy.
That's going to be
guys,
the biggest.
You need to follow me until that day.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest. That's going to be the biggest giveaway so far because we have given away like an Ampero 1 that is cheaper, but never an Ampero pink. It's going to be the first
Ampero
time.
Pink, how many items do you have of the Ampero Pink? Because it's kind of limited.
It's a limited,
right?
It's a limited, It's a very limited edition. So it's not very easy to get. For example, if you want to buy it, it depends where you live. It may not be possible.
Might be difficult anyway.
Yeah. It's because not all the markets has it, and we make it. We did a limited run precisely because of that. Because it's a limited run, it has to be limited somehow. So. And you're not going to believe this, since this is kind of it's a friend's talk. I can tell you some things that maybe officially sometimes I cannot say, but you're not going to believe this. But some people, they were so freaking homophobic, that they didn't wanted to sell a pink emperor because they think it was gay, you know,
That's great.
that insane. I mean, in 2020, that a person can
Yeah,
still
yeah,
say some shit like that.
yeah.
I was like, what? What are you talking about? Really?
Yeah, I guess you have to deal with those
Wow.
strange things sometimes,
No,
right?
it's incredible. We're talking about big business guys. I'm not, of course, I'm not going to say
Yeah.
names. I'm not going to say countries, but
But
come
people
on.
are people sometimes, so it's
No, man, come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
come on. I mean, not now, not today. Yeah,
Pink
pink
is the
is the
new
new black.
black. Yes, it is.
Yes, yes,
That's
sir.
what you
You're
know. What?
right.
That's crazy because I'm starting to dress pink, so maybe I'm turning gay. I have no idea, but anyways,
Oh, let's. If pink is gay,
I,
I'm completely gay too, man.
I'm a liberal man anyway. So, Ari, should we play something together? I'm here. I have a clean sound, which is from my pack I did for Hotone last year. So, do you hear me? Do you hear my guitar?
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. We're going just to improvise like this.
Yeah. Why not?
This is. I'm going to tell you something. You need to know this. You're going to be my first time, so be
Wow.
gentle.
Crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Tell me
I
something.
like that.
Be gentle.
I
You're
would,
going to
I
be
would,
my first.
I won't do this.
No, no, no,
I
no.
won't do that.
You need to treat me. You need to treat me
Yeah,
gentle, man.
I will be
Because it's
gentle.
going to be my first time that I will improvise on a live stream. So. Oh, so nice.
There is always a little bit of delay. That's why I'm gonna
Yeah.
also really open chords.
Yeah. That sounds great, man.
Yeah, yeah. If we play really slow, we're gonna be a little bit kind of in sync.
I follow you. Come on.
You're playing the rhythm,
Okay.
or you can keep playing. Whatever, man. I'm gonna increase the delay.
That was great, man. It's unbelievable that we're so far away and we can still play together, right? This is one of the things that I do like from now. One of the few
Yeah.
things that I do like from now. Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay.
I will change the key. I will change the key so we
Oh, wow.
do something a little more.
Then
Let's do
you
something
need to be
happier.
gentle. Then you need to be gentle.
Okay. I don't know if I can be gentle.
Well, it took a little bit to
Very
find out which game was that.
nice. That was great, man. Okay, we have
Thanks, man.
a. No, thanks to you, man. Great pinkies in blah. Love you guys. Welcome to space. I was clean. Oh, thank you guys. The patch that I'm using is this clean that it's. I will tell you right now. It's a superb dual clean. Is the amp with a Superstar 2x12. Superb dual clean is the. It's a very. It has. I have a two variation tone. It's this one and this one. It's very
Right.
very 80s, you know.
Which guitar are you using now?
This is a
Paul Smith?
This is Paul Smith. Yeah, it's a PRS. It's an old one. It's 1996.
So you had it before. You didn't buy that in China. You had it before when you were.
No, it's a.
over-
This is a long one. But it's a bolt-on neck. It's not a.
Oh yeah.
So it's a 96 PRS, and it's I like it because it doesn't have the birds. You know, I don't like.
Yeah. Okay. You don't
The
like birds.
bird inlays. No, I do like birds, but I don't like the birds on my guitar.
On the guitar
no,
in general, yeah.
I like this. It's just a great general sounding guitar. You know, I mean, whatever I play, it always sounds nice. And then, but I'm lately the older I'm getting, the more I'm playing the Telecaster. My brother used to say, "I know you're getting old because you're playing more the Tele," and it's true.
I was about to say that, but then I was like, maybe it doesn't sound nice, so I won't say it. But
No, it's okay.
for
If I
me-
say myself,
yeah, I'm not a Fender guy at all. You know, I like Les Paul, Gibson, and those kind of guitars, and of course I like.
no, Les Paul is
guitar,
my
and
other.
stuff. But
yeah.
and I always thought, I still think nowadays that Fender are a piece of crap. But it happened here and there that I had to play funky, blues, and sometimes jazz, and I did that with the Stratocaster, and I was like, okay, I get it. Now
I understand why the people use the
I understand
Stratocaster.
why people like that crap, because when you play that music, there is nothing that sounds so amazing like that.
Let me show you. Let me
So-
show you a second. I will show you very quick. Wait. Um,
But I still, I never
because
actually played
two
a
guitar
Tele,
guys
so I
that
really
don't
don't
show
know.
guitars, it's going to be very weird.
I know,
This
I
is my
played the
other.
Tele.
Give me a sec.
I played a Tele long time ago, and I remember I tried a Mexican version and an American version. The Mexican version, it was back in the day in Milano, and the Mexican version was sounding way better than the American version.
Well, it happens. Sometimes happens, yeah. Because this is the guitar that I play a lot. That is Italy. Actually, it's not. It doesn't sound like Italy because it has a DiMarzio here on the bridge. Like DiMarzio, it's a humbucker actually with the. So it sounds super hot for Italy. A Tele player is not going to like this guitar, but it
course.
sounds like a Les Paul actually. But I like it because it has a very few details, like the cut here
It looks
for
great.
for the
It looks
belly.
great.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable guitar to play compared to a regular Tele. And what you say is completely true. I've been lucky enough because I'm not rich, but I've been lucky enough to play a lot of instruments and very expensive ones because we are lucky enough to go to these places like Nam or Shanghai, etc. And you get to play those $5,000, $6,000 instruments which I wouldn't buy, and I played a 5,000 custom shop Strat with all the bells and whistles made by, you know, Judas and whatever, and then the Mexican one that is like a $500. We're talking about something that is 10 times the difference in price, and I don't see that difference at all. And sometimes even it plays better the cheap one. You know, that happens a lot with Fender. Precisely, yeah. Fender has that you need to pick up the one that sounds with you. You know, you even in the same price, you need to grab 3 or 4 because one of them is going to sound better than the others, and that's the
But
one that you need to
nowadays,
take home. You know?
in the Fender environment, the instruments are made still in the U.S. and in Mexico, are made also in China, or because I have no idea.
Well,
Do
there are
China?
many. Sadly, there are many. I'm not saying by Fender because I don't. I cannot assure that. But there are many. I do know many brands that they say they're made in US. They actually are made in China or Korea. I tell you why. Because there are not too many big factories of guitars in the world. Like big factories. Are just a few, and those are mostly in Korea and China. And yeah, they may be assembled in US, like the final assemble and setup, but the guitars are definitely made in Asia. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially which has nothing bad actually. It used to be like you know how many Chinese guitars I've tried that they're so great, and people used to say, Chinese made guitar is a crap. No, there's not. That was 20 years ago. Today
Yeah.
it's not like that.
Exactly.
Actually,
Exactly.
this telly is not American.
Oh yeah. Is that
This
is
is
that
American,
Chinese?
and
Chinese?
it's a Chinese one. It's a Chinese one.
Wow.
It's Chinese. I mean, the
But
hardware is not Chinese.
is it still made by Fender, or so
No, no,
it's a
no, no.
so it's not a Fender instrument.
It's not a Fender. It's a replica because there was not a Fender that has all the things that this
Well,
guitar
for
has.
me,
So you're
for
gonna
me, it
tell,
could have
yeah.
been one of the best Fender instruments. You know,
Well, actually, it actually
I still
has.
didn't hear how it sounds, but the way it looks,
No,
it's killer.
actually, it has a lot of details like the pearl, mother pearl inlays,
Yeah.
you know, and this cut in the body, like I told you, for making it more comfortable. Usually, the tellies here are square and they get into your ribs, you know. Uh, and
Yeah.
this neck is like an Ibanez neck. I mean, it's so easy to play, you know,
Wow.
etc. etc. So it has the locking tuners that has specifically for this guitar, etc. Which the Telecaster didn't, you know,
So
bring. And
basically,
this
Chinese they managed to do an improvement of a Fender guitar in a way.
basically this is like a super tele, yeah. But because I wanted it this way, it's not that I could. I don't know. Maybe if I go to US to the custom shop and ask them to
Yeah.
make this, they may do it, but it's going to also cost me like to keep these, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4,000
So,
euros.
but I have exactly what I wanted, made by Luthier here, and
Okay,
the
let's
quality
try
is
out. Let's try out.
insane. Okay,
If that's
let me
in
see if I
tune,
can.
we can just listen to that.
I need to do a quick change here. I will do a quick tuning because it's been a while that I didn't use it. But actually, it's a great sounding guitar, and I use it a lot for quick gigs. And I like it because, like I told you, since it has this humbucker in the bridge, I can play pretty much any style of music except your style of music because I don't have the
Sure.
skills to play your style of
No,
music.
that's not
But
nice.
so there.
Wow.
But it has it's
You're a
much
sweep.
it's
You're a
way hotter
sweeper.
than.
Sounds good.
It's much hotter than a regular Telecaster, you know.
Can you
You
do
can
something
tell.
for me? Can you use that inside the 5150 on the Ampero? Is
Inside
it
the
something that
5150.
you can do on the spot?
Okay, yeah, of course. Let me change the.
Just crazy request as usual.
Let me change the 5150.
Something like
Holy shit! Let me see because I should have a. Maybe
you have my
I can use a
patch?
pre. Ah, your patch is the one. No, but I don't have it in this one. I have it in the one that I have in the office. Okay, let me check if I can put like a really nasty uh, distortion here with this. I mean, for a Telecaster, it's kind of
Yeah. So that's a humbucker, you said?
yeah, it's called this DiMarzio pickup. It's called let me move this because it's making so much noise. There you go. It's called the damn. It's called the because the chopper DiMarzio chopper. Yeah, it's a single, let's say single coil footprint, but with it has two coils actually inside. It's very very hot, and at the same time you can mix it and make it some very very. Sounds also very 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 cute if you want to. So yeah, those are my two main guitars. Let's say right now there's a Les Paul also that I use a lot, and then acoustic guitars I use a lot, like this one that
The Les
that is
Paul is a
another.
Gibson? Is a Gibson or is a Chinese Gibson?
It's a Gibson, yeah. That's one. Yeah, that one is a Gibson. It's a standard 96. Yeah, it looks
What do you
like
think
96
about
is
what do you
my
think
years.
about the so-called Gibson instead? Is there any good guitars
I
sometimes?
will. I
Or
will tell you the truth. I will tell you the truth because I need to. I need to. I
by
need
the
to
way,
do
for
my.
those who they don't know, the Gibson is kind of a Chinese
The
version of
Chinese
the
Gibson,
Gibson.
yeah, the
So
copies.
it's a
Yeah.
Gibson, right? So,
I,
but
I
of
don't. I
course
don't.
it costs maybe $250 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
300.
exactly. You can buy it on AliExpress. I don't buy knockoffs. For example, but you say, oh, but this is a knockoff. No, this is knockoff. This is one off that someone made especially for me. It's not a production run. They did it because I asked them to make it. They have their own models, It's a factory, like a factory that makes your guitar, for example, that they have their own models, and they made it with the specifications. I told them, please make a Telecaster body. They could have made it hard if they wanted. So, but I don't buy copy stuff like knockoffs because I don't believe that that's a good thing to incentivize that market. Now, having said that, I did play a lot because they tend to sell it a lot, and sometimes people try to sell it for the good ones. I mean, they try to sell you a Gibson for a Gibson, which is for someone experienced is very easy to see, but for some starters it could be difficult and it could be a big scam. Absolutely crap. The sound, the feel, the construction. I don't recommend anyone to buy any Gibson at all. I play them most of them all. Yeah, they are getting better. 4 or 5 years ago, they were absolutely insanely bad. Now they are getting a little better, but still, man, it's like an Epiphone. I mean, just buy an Epiphone.
Yeah,
Um,
Epiphone are good guitars,
Good
and
guitars,
and they cost like a Gibson. I mean, you can buy
or exactly,
a good
it costs
Epiphone
exactly
for
the same.
$250.
Exactly, and first, you're not a criminal. You're not buying criminalized stuff. And second, you're not getting a much better guitar buying a Gibson at all. Probably, if you buy an Epiphone, you will get a much better guitar. There's some Epiphones. I had some Epiphones that were. I love them. I love them to bits. I have Epiphones like Les Paul custom Epiphones that they were beautiful. You know, I played with them for years, and great sound, great good quality construction. And also you have other brands like Chord. Chord makes great guitars, super affordable. You know, and you have Les Paul style chords that also they're not knockoff, and you know there's always a good alternative. You know, or you can pay a luthier like I did to make your the one that you want, but it's not a serial guitar. You know, it's just one of a kind.
But yeah, of course, it depends on what is your goal.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
yeah, the luthier might cost a little bit more money, but of course, I mean, you pay.
Yeah, but it's something that if you have the money, sometimes because you will do exactly what you want in the way you want it. You know.
Exactly, it's
So
built
yeah.
for you, so it's your guitar, not a guitar made for somebody
Exactly.
else.
Exactly.
Or a
Exactly.
standard guitar,
Yes.
and then you need
Yes.
to adapt your style because every guitar you have anyway, you have to adapt your style on that
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
every
yeah,
time
yeah.
I change
Exactly.
guitar, I change, and part of me changes the guitar player comparing to another.
Definitely,
Guitar.
that's
When I play these Ibanez. I played on these Ibanez for 20 years, so I almost feel that like I grew up on that guitar, so I made
yeah.
my
It's
style. With
it's
the
it's,
guitar.
a, it's,
And
a, it's
then,
your little brother. Yeah.
yeah, and then when I switch to another guitar, then I need to think like, okay, this because like you said before, every guitar has different features, like
Personality.
sound different
Yeah.
personality. So
Exactly. It's
and
that's
at
why
the same
we
at
need
the
to have
same
many
time,
guitars.
it might be that sometimes you're missing something that you have with another guitar. You know, so there is always
Yeah.
a pro and
Yeah.
cons on every single instrument. You just
I
have to get
try to
the best out of
for
it.
many yeah, that's completely true. I tried for many years precisely because I was traveling a lot, especially the time that I was like being a session player and traveling. I tried many years to replace all the guitars with one guitar to say, okay, I will get a guitar that will do all the jobs. I remember a Parker Fly. Remember the
Yeah,
Parker?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I never
but
played
that one
one, but
had
I remember they were really good guitars.
yeah, there was actually still. I think they still you still can get some, and this
But
one
do
has
they
a
make
humbucker
guitars
that
still?
they still. I think they sold the company, but they still make it. And
I think they quit and then they started again. I think.
maybe they. I'm not following too much the story, but the truth is that that particular guitar it was very expensive. It was as expensive as a PRS or something like that. It had two humbuckers, but you can split them into single coils, so you have the Strat kind of sound. And also in the bridge you have the piezoelectric pickups that make it sound like an acoustic, and so you have like the Les Paul PRS Strat, a little bit of a Telly, all together. And you know what? Yeah, you do get all of that. At the same time, you don't get anything. It was like a Strat was a so-so Strat, like a Telly was a so-so Telly, like a Les Paul was a so-so Les Paul. So it did do all the guitars, but in a very shitty way. So I realized that you need to have as many guitars as you need. You know, there's no way to replace
But that's
all
true.
guitars with one guitar.
I mean, I remember even like if I think that the Ibanez thing is the guitar I grew up with, but every time I was playing something like I don't know, a blues song or whatever, I felt like yeah, it sounds okay, but still it doesn't sound right. You know, I still need that guitar to get that sound. I mean, of course, the sound is in our hands, and that's for sure. But still,
No, of course,
to
of
add
course.
more color, to sound in a particular way that we want to sound, we can get some help from the kind of instrument you have. It's because of the construction.
Of course, and that's
kind of thing.
and that also that's a good excuse or a good reason on how to explain your wife why you're going to buy another guitar. You know, it's like I need to express myself in other ways. You know, like you have many bags, I have many guitars.
Or
you know.
shoes.
Or shoes. You
And
have only one pair of shoes?
Honestly, when we had to move from the apartment to the house, it took way more time to bring all the fucking shoes comparing to the guitar.
Compared to the guitars. That's a good excuse.
I mean-
I always tell her, look, you have a pair of shoes for every dress you have, mostly, right? Well,
For
You know, I
every
need a
day,
guitar
but not
for
every day of the week. Every day.
yeah.
know?
Every guitar is it's like a friend, you know. You cannot have enough. So yeah, that's the truth. Dimitri
So-
was Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me.
we're almost. I think we are gonna wrap it up soon. I know that
Okay,
you're
okay.
busy because you just got a child, so the night. No,
Yeah.
now
I
it's
have
yeah.
a.
Now there is around 6.
It's a dinner time for the baby. Yes,
It's
yes.
7.
Six
Yeah, yeah,
fifty-one. Yeah.
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 So I think
So
we're
I will
gonna.
need to.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
will
wrap
need to
it up
take
now.
my hat, my guitar hat out and put my dad hat on, to take care of the
I
baby.
completely
And
understand.
but
It's the same
it
with me
was
too.
a yeah. I know you're also a family guy. So but the good thing is that we still. I like to think that we still rock, man.
Yeah.
Even if we're a family guy, we still good. Thank you
Actually,
very much,
actually,
Dimitri, for.
I started to kind of my career started to take off when I started to have kids because suddenly I felt like okay, a lot of time is going that direction, so I need to add more value to the time that I'm working and try to work better and smarter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So losing less
It
time
pushes you
doing
in.
not doing useless things that like I used to do back in the day. In a way,
Yeah,
But anyways,
that's true.
but anyways,
I want to thank you, man, for the invitation.
I wanted to do the same. I wanted to do actually the same now. It was great to
I have a
reconnect.
complete ball. Thank
And
you so
even if
much,
we're not gonna see,
and also of course, I want to say first thank to all your subscribers and audience to for being connected and being
thank you very
so
much, guys.
cool and asking questions and being so nice. Antoine, also remember that you have a V-Stump you just won in this live chat. So I'm going to connect with Dimitri, and Dimitri is going to give you to get you all the details. And thank you to all the other guys like Joshua and
Ice
Ice
coffee
Coffee
tones.
Tones, Ice Coffee Tones,
And
and
then we
someone
have a lot of
Caesar.
people on Facebook, but for some reason we don't get the notification here on
We will get
StreamYard.
the notifications.
But
Yeah,
we can check
Well,
we can check the Facebook link
yeah, we will
afterwards.
see them. We'll see them after. Anyway, to all of you, get tuned to the Hotone Facebook page because we are going to have Dimitri on the episode number 6 of the Hotone podcast, and that's going to be massive. We're going to be giving away a pink Ampero, which is probably the most expensive product of the company right now. So it's going to be like a big party having Dimitri
And
there.
that's
It's been
and
a
that's
great
the most
friend.
fancy, the most fancy
It's the most fancy
product
one,
that we have.
and
And
of course,
by the way, thank you very much for doing this with me. It was great to play with you. It was great to reconnect with you again after a couple of
yeah,
years.
it's a good
You know,
time.
and
And sorry for
since there is no Music
Yeah.
China, for at least for me, and I guess you guys are not going to Music China either.
no. We just have a very small booth with 1 or 2 people. I'm not even going because it's too risky, in this moment. Yeah.
But I look forward to go back to normal and come touring China again and see you at NAM 2000.
That would be awesome, man.
True.
I'm really happy to come to as my friend Dimitri, and thank you for being so cool, man, and for
Likewise,
making
likewise.
everything so nice for everybody, and that's why the people is following you on. You're not just only a great guitarist, but also a wonderful guy, and that's
Thank you
what
very
makes the difference.
Likewise.
So, brother, I hope to see you soon and invite you to the Hotone podcast and have fun there. Okay?
Great. Let's keep in touch.
Okay, guys.
Thank you very much. You have a great weekend.
See you.
Guys, thank
Take
you very
care.
much. Cheers.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.